welcome to Minute Meta. I am your host, Darth Tedward, and today we are doing COD Pod, our first impressions within, it was supposed to be within 24 hours, it's actually probably right now, around 36 hours after Warzone 2 and DMZ drop. Today I have with me my co-host, Mr. Brass Beyond. Brass, how are you doing today? Mr. Brass finally has a camera, everyone. Everyone, let's just clap for that.
Yeah.
We finally have a camera for Brass. You can see his absolutely wonderful.
Listen, the GoFundMe was very nice. It was a nice touch.
It took 16 weeks, but the GoFundMe finally
for me to get a $20 camera.
for it hit $20 so he can get a camera. But hey, we are there, and of course we have our residential brother from Britain across the pond, however you want to say it. We got Mr. Jamie. How you doing today, Jamie?
Yeah,
I'm doing good.
So we're going over our first impressions of the Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Warzone, DMZ, all this good crap. Season 1 is officially here, and honestly, it's been good. Like, as a whole, Season 1's been good. I don't know if any of you have actually played Modern Warfare any. They made some significant improvements. Like, everything just feels smoother as a whole in the game. The UI still kind of sucks, but the UI seems to flow a little bit smoother. Like, they just made some practical adjustments that need to be made that I honestly think is good. Let's just start off with Warzone 2. What do y'all think about Warzone 2? Brass, just go with
fun.
you. You go ahead.
I'm having fun, and that's the start.
Yeah. That's important. Having fun is important when you're playing video games.
I think it's a move in the right direction, but I'm also worried they're going to lose some people that got accustomed to the Call of Duty BR, where this goes more towards a traditional BR and a little more of a multiplayer, very high action feel that we're used to from Warzone. I mean, we've really got used to with Resurgence, but
exactly.
That's the only thing that's missing from this is, and I know it'll come out. I know they're working on another Resurgence map, blah blah blah. But
probably around April.
Yeah, it's the only thing that's like, it's a little lacking. Like for those people, it's a little slow. And like, there's a bunch of people that are content creators that have made their come up during the Resurgence wave. Now they're like, what's big map? Like, they don't know what to do. And which, I mean, I understand if there's only one thing you play and you get used to, then yeah, but no, I think they really did a good job. My biggest issue right now is stability. Stability and optimization. Those are the honestly, yes, there are other issues. There are things I wish you could plate and run. I wish you could reload, cancel. Those are my two big. I mean, those are the little things, but they're two big things for me. But really, the optimization of the game, I crash so often, and I'm okay crashing in Modern Warfare 2. It's multiplayer. But when I crash, when we're 5th place in a BR match on a good pace, and I leave my squad and I can't do anything, can't join back, nothing's left. Like, I've invested 20 minutes to get to this point. Oh my gosh, we're doing awesome. We can win this game. Bam. Done.
Yep.
And there's no joining back. Like, even the one thing that I do like is it's pretty easy to join back in multiplayer. Even if you crash, I can normally join back in my squad, but there's nothing like that for Warzone. Even if you were in that squad before, and how many crashes they have, maybe that's something that you think about. So many crashes. So many crashes.
What about you, Jamie? Just first thoughts before we dive deep in. What's your thoughts?
If I have something close to a real BR, I'm happy.
Yeah, you're much more of a traditional BR person.
Yeah, so I started off with like H1Z1, King of the Hill and stuff like that in the beginning. And then obviously eventually as it came out and stuff like that, PUBG, Fortnite, dabbled in a little bit of Apex, but not too much. And then Warzone came out and I was like, Call of Duty have actually done something pretty cool. But I like it because they've slowed the pace of Warzone right down. You can't just run and gun 3 guys no more. which is the way that it needed to be. Is it easy to get 2 kills? Yes. Getting that 3rd one though, that is a tough one. I'm with the same thing that Brad said though. They need to work on the optimization and the dev errors that occur in the game. I dev errored 7 times last night. That
was only the first hour. Yeah.
And then today I've dev errored twice. Yeah, a little bit better, but still not great. Especially like Brad said, in Warzone you can't be dev erroring nearly every other game.
No.
Like,
doesn't matter multiplayer, but in Warzone, that's discouraging.
Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, I mean, the guns are good. The looting for some people, I think, is going to be the biggest trouble because it's the same kind of loadout as what Blackout was, and obviously Apex has the same kind of feature. Controller, that looting sucks.
Don't even compare them, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. They are not. They are similar, but they're not. Like that's what
I said. They're alike, not the same. They're similar.
Yeah.
They're alike.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've got a lot of shit to work on.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, that's y'all have basically the same thing the same sort of thoughts that I have. It's there. Like the base of it is there. I'm enjoying the game. But I've seen this on Twitter, like this opinion a lot on Twitter, and I agree with it completely. About February, this is gonna be a good game. This is gonna be an absolutely amazing game around February.
Oh, yeah.
But
we're having a bit of time to figure some things out.
It's almost like, so I think it was Burger that said this on Twitter earlier. What if they would have the same thing that they did with like COD Next, releasing it, or not releasing, but showing everybody? What if they did a beta weekend? Where they said, all right, everybody who's purchased Modern Warfare 2, and I'm talking about like back in August, everybody purchased Modern Warfare 2, you get 2 days to play Warzone. Play it. Let's get the feedback from the community. Go on.
I agree with that.
2 weeks later, let's do the same thing. 2 weeks later, let's do the same thing. Let's have 2, 3, 4 betas before we release the full game, so we can get everybody's feel about the game. That way we don't have a mass onslaught like we have right now of just everyone's playing it, and they can't just... So like with that happening, they can make a lot of fixes fast. They can't make a lot of fixes fast right now because they can't break the game because it's out and everybody wants to play it. Even though it's not in the best state that it could be, everyone still wants to play it. It's going to be a slow churn. Other than if they would have done it that way, we played 2 days. Hey, we played 2 days. We know these are the things that need to be fixed. Next beta weekend, hey, these things have been fixed. What else? That way, when it's full release, it's ready to go. We're diving straight in. It's time to play. We're ready to have fun. But
there's some things that are hard to show with a limited audience, like at COD Next, for example, because it's a closed scenario.
It's a closed scenario,
with
and
pros.
It's pros that play very differently than even normal content creators. Like again, like I said back when COD Next happened, like it should have been one of those things where, like if they would have had a few hours to play before they actually jumped in and went live, everyone would have understood it better. The same thing with DMZ. We're going to get into DMZ here in a little bit.
Oh, man. The DMZ live event was so awful.
The DMZ live event was horrible. And now it's just like, wow. But Warzone 2, Maps W. Just from the first 3 days. This is better than Verdansk. If I don't care what you think, this is better than Verdansk.
Oh, it's way better than Verdansk. Verdansk
Like,
wasn't
this
that
is
good. It's just
like
nostalgia.
they took all of the good things that we liked from Verdansk, like the way buildings, because Verdansk was good in the aspect of it was a lot of 3-lane stuff, kind of felt like Call of Duty, things like that. Like, everyone loved it. But
Well, it's because that's all they had, and now it's just a nostalgia thing.
Yes.
I will die on that hill.
And so
Everybody talks
now
about how good it was.
And so now we're okay. They basically took everything that we liked from Verdansk, and then some of the actual good aspects from Caldera. Like Caldera had some redeeming factors. It wasn't a good map at all, but there were a couple of things about it. They were like, okay, this is cool because it was a BR map, and they made a fantastic map. The map is just absolutely amazing. The looting system, I agree, needs to be tweaked. I don't know if it needs to go exactly back to where it was. I think it just needs to be a little bit more stable. Like, something that I've noticed from playing is, like, backpacks just disappear. And, like, they tried to make everything in backpacks auto pickup. So, like, you click into your backpack, but then it takes probably about 2 seconds for you to realize what you're actually looking at, because the first thing it does is it goes ting, 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 and auto picks up all the stuff that you would quote unquote need. But then it takes your brain a minute to kind of register what it just saw, so then it can start looking for what it needs. And then with the backpack system, it's also, I saw this last night. I was watching Isaac play. He kills a team as the gas is coming. Gas is way too powerful. We'll talk about that in a second. But as the gas is coming, and stems are horrible in the gas. They don't work. Like, at the end game, like, you can stem yourself and it won't even heal you at all, period. But to come to find out, when he rewatched rewatched it back, one of the guys he killed had a gas mask on him. But he didn't know that, because when he killed him, the loot didn't go everywhere. If the gas mask was in his backpack, if he would have known that he had a gas mask, he could have grabbed that and would have made it out of the gas alive. But he died to gas trying to rotate. And so it's just things like that. The looting is I don't know. What's your thoughts on looting, Brass?
I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I'd hate it watching it, but I kind of like it. I kind of like how you can prioritize your backpack. My only problem with it is
I like the backpack side of it. Yes,
they need to figure out a way of item stacking that's easier. I found several times when I was trying to pick something up, it was on the ground next to a body, and when people die, dude, it just gets to be such a mess. And like, you could maybe you could access the backpack, or maybe you could access their gun on the ground, but you can never access both. Yeah, like, there was always something glitchy about it. And I mean,
it's not stable.
I guess that can maybe go into stability.
Yeah, the overall arching aspect of this game is it's just not stable yet.
Yeah,
from many different aspects. But yeah, but so you actually like? I mean, I agree. I like the way they have it organized. I thought I'd hate it. It works.
I went into it watching people, and I was like, I'm gonna hate this. This is gonna be the worst thing ever. This is so slow, so clunky. Why would they do this? And I did it. I used it. I'm like, this isn't that bad.
No, it makes sense from a logical perspective, from me, the person trying to use my loot. It makes sense.
It's hard in fast-paced gunfights from what we were used to.
Yes.
It's a little... Like, I found in-game, when it was some of those intense situations, that I can't just run through their shit to get my plates. You know what I mean? Things like that I think would be more convenient.
That's what I was talking about with like the Iceman Isaac thing. It's like, if he popped up, he killed him. Oh, look, there's a gas mask. He grabs that gas mask, he rotates, and they probably win that game.
Yep.
But It's the same concept. It was like when you kill people at the end of the game, like in-game plays are going to be completely different now.
It's slower.
Yeah, it is. It is slower, which is not necessarily a bad thing until you take into the account of the time to kill, the way the gas moves. Like, and at the end game, gas is moving so fast you can't outrun it. Like when you get to the small circles and the circles are pulling.
Dude, when those circles merge, those things are moving.
Moving, yes. Like you legitimately cannot outrun it.
Yeah.
And so one good thing is how there's multiple circles.
I haven't figured out if I like that yet or not. I'm going to have to play more before I have a opinion on that.
I know what you mean. It sounds really cool. But it is kind of weird in practice.
Yeah, it's weird because obviously you're just used to having that one zone to stick to.
Yeah.
But when you've got 3 different zones and then they merge together, so like the end circle's like the middle point of all 3 of them. It's like you can't sit anywhere. You constantly have to keep moving.
Okay, so the pros and cons of the 2 circle. The pros, yes, I like the fact that there's not a middle. Like you have to move. You can't just iron it and sit in the middle, find the last circle, sit in the middle of it, and be done. But where my issues come with it and it's just coming from a spectator of professional Warzone. If there's not really such a thing as professional Warzone, but professional Warzone, especially when it comes to like 2v2s, that's kind of chalked. Like you can literally end up in, you don't know where everybody on the map is. You can make an educated guess, but you end up in the wrong circle. You have 3 other teams in your circle and they have 14. They're going to get 10 kills in that small circle while you kill the only other team. You're literally stuck there and can't do anything. That's part of where my issue comes into it, is just from that perspective. And then the second issue is that gas is way, way too powerful. It kills you, like, you die. Like, if you're in gas, you're dead. If it's moving, you're not going to outrun it. If it's after, like, the third, like, the second, if you're on the long side of first circle, or you're in one of the moving circles, you're not going to be able to outrun it. It will kill you. All right, let's move on to... Wait, do you have some closing thoughts on that one?
No, it's still something I'm just not sure about.
It's just... We're going to have to see... That's one of the few things...
It's not something that's bothering me, if that makes sense.
Like, it's not...
It's not one of the things that I'm like, this is so
not
stupid.
A bad thing. Yes.
Yeah, like, because there's plenty of that. Well, not plenty of that, but mainly the stability, dude. The stability is what's really pissing me off.
Yeah. It is.
But
the stability
the circles are cool.
Oh yeah.
Like.
What?
Like my thing is, so the stability of it, and then the fact, this is coming from a content creator's perspective. So if I have OBS closed and I'm not streaming and not doing anything, the only thing I have open is the game. I have a 5900X and a 3080 on the lowest settings that I can possibly put it. I'm getting maximum 125 frames.
Maximum. That's not what I'm getting.
Like it is.
I don't know what it is. There's some weird optimization with it.
And then when I do turn OBS on, not even recording, not streaming, nothing. I just open OBS. Immediate loss of 20 frames. And then if I'm streaming or recording, it's an immediate loss of another 30 frames. Like, I'm losing 50 frames trying to stream. Because there is something optimized with this game wrong.
I have friends that are having issues where they can't even use their camera because it's taking so much.
Yeah.
It's taking so much that their cameras are lagging out and they can't figure it out. It's chalked, and they're like, I can't even play this stupid game and stream it because it's
going to
so
get
badly optimized.
Slightly technical here for a second. if you're a content creator, you're gonna understand this. If not, just ignore what I'm saying. I think that they've somehow tapped into like trying to make it run better, smoother, whatever, and it backfired on them. I think they tapped it into the NVENC part of the GPU that's supposed to be dedicated to like OBS streaming, rendering video. Like that's what it's made to do. I think they've somehow like gone into that side of the GPU. And that honestly maybe part of the reason why everything is not working correctly either, because those parts of the GPU, they're not meant to cross each other. Like it's not meant to be used for the same thing.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if something is either A, they tried to and it failed, or B, something got optimized wrong.
Huh.
But
I don't even know what that means. So
yeah, exactly. If you're not a content creator, you're not gonna understand what that means. But anybody who
I gave up on learning that stuff because I have you.
Yeah. Like if you've never tried to optimize a stream or anything like that, you're not gonna understand what that means. But like it's a weird situation that I don't understand. Anyway, moving on to more things that people who are listening to this will probably actually care about. The time to kill is dumb. And like, so this is honestly probably my biggest issue with the entire thing. You want to make it more like an actual BR, and you're trying to slow it down, but then you sped the time to kill up to how fast it was at the beginning of Cold War, like Mach 10 FFAR 400 millisecond levels of time to kill. Like it's just dumb. Like
you can't outplay anything. You can't you
can't
get
do
shot at,
anything.
you're dead.
You're dead. Like that's the thing. Like I'm like if you want to slow it down, fine. I'm fine with slowing this game down. And even to the point where like long range, it actually is difficult to hit somebody. So I understand like the time to kill being kind of slower long range. Okay, it can be slightly difficult to hit somebody. It's really not, because you're just gonna get lucky because there's just random sprays happening, and you're gonna hit them enough at this time to kill that they're gonna die.
Even 5 times, they're gonna die.
Yeah. But at close range, yeah, no, it's dumb. Like, you're literally like, you can't run across a door without dying.
And another issue with that is they gave us an extremely fast time to kill. And then they took away our ability to get away quickly from tough situations. They took the movement away, which I'm not complaining about. I'm okay with the movement. I'm not one of those. It's like I need slide canceling, but they took away the ability to plate while moving.
That movement mechanic is like that's bad.
Needs to come back. Like there's no. I don't really have like a in between on that. Like that needs to come back. Like that feels like a glitch. That's how bad it feels. It doesn't feel like an intended thing. Like it feels awful when you're trying to get away and you're in a tough situation. Then you start plating, all of a sudden you're like, I'm crawling.
So,
like it's just absolutely.
I was watching
awful.
somebody. I can't remember who it was, but I was watching somebody and they just got out of a fight. This comes back into the fact that the gas is too fucking powerful. They just got out of a fight, edge of zone, gas is moving. They're trying to plate. They see someone far away from them, so they're trying to plate sprinting. Well, then, so they take off sprinting, trying to get away from the gas that's on their butt. Then they try and plate, and then the gas is hitting them, so they have to cancel the plate to take off sprinting again. And then they try and plate because they know there's somebody next to them. And gas catches back up to them. They're trying to sprint. And so by the time they get back into view, they're one shot because the gas has touched them a couple times and they haven't put a plate on. And so somebody from buttfuck nowhere taps them one time with like an LMG, just one time, bam, and they're dead. Because they've been fighting that I need to plate, but I need to sprint. And it's just because if they stop sprinting, they're dead to gas. They have no chance. And so it's just that needs to come back 100%. I'm not a fan of that at all.
There's some of those simple skill gaps that are gone that I miss.
I would like for someone to tell me what the skill gap in this game. It's not gun skill.
Game awareness and positioning.
Even that.
No.
Even that. Like, with how fast the time to kill is, cool. I've got good positioning. Oh, look. I'm dead. Without even reacting.
There's a huge luck factor to this game. I will say that. There's a...
Like, even recoil's luck. Recoil should not be luck in a first-person shooter.
No.
Sorry to all the casuals out there. I understand y'all don't feel like learning recoil patterns, so y'all don't understand. But, like, that is a massive, massive thing in gaming. Like, that's one of the only... I know, again, I had somebody a while ago say, oh, you're playing on keyboard and mouse, what an L. Yeah, it is an L. You know why? Because y'all have every single advantage over us now, even at long range, because we can't even do that. And we can't snipe, because you can't one-shot headshot.
Oh yeah, that's my other biggest L of this game so far is that the sniping.
Like, I'm sorry. I know it feels like we're bashing this game, and I promise we're not trying to.
I'm loving
honestly
this
having
game.
fun. But it's just
But it's
little
so
bitty
close to
things.
being just fantastic.
little bitty things.
It's so close to being the best that
Like, the
they
base
could have
is
made.
there, and it's just, yeah. The sniping not being in one shot, I'm 100% for it. If the time to kill is 800 milliseconds.
The thing that I don't understand is how a sniper can't one-shot down someone, but you can run up to that same person with a fennec and kill them faster.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, like, I can't one-shot you from, like, 50 meters away with a sniper to the head, but, you know, I'll just walk up to you in, like, 6 meters and I'll just spray you full of bullets and you're dead quicker than what my sniper shot is.
And, like, as someone who plays a lot of Apex, I am 100% for snipers not one-shot headshotting.
But then the other guns need to be able to do the same thing.
Yep. It's like, but that also means the time to kill can't be instant. I feel like if they fix just, like, double the time, like, I'm not, like, double the time to kill. You
don't know what I think would work for this game.
What?
If everything was set to the same amount of health as what Titanium Trials was.
Yes.
If that was a standard health and snipers didn't one-shot like they did in Titanium Trials, it would work.
With the way the mechanics in this game work, I 100% agree.
That health bar, so what we're talking, what was the standard health for Warzone? 300?
200. It was 250 base health.
Right, so
because you could get up to 400 health.
Right, so the health in Titanium Trials was 800.
Wait, what just happened to Brass?
I have no idea.
Brass, you good? And
Yeah, I'm welcome.
He's back. Can we hear you? Mic check?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cool. There we go. Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
My entire computer crashed, sorry.
But looking at it and how it is, so the standard health for normal Warzone was 400 then if you had all the plates.
Yep.
Titanium Trials was 800. Now to me,
No. Sorry. I didn't. Base health in Warzone was 250. Then they bumped it up to 300. Sometime in 2022. Titanium Trials was 400 total.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what it was. Sorry, I misunderstood your question.
Right. So I still think everything should be set as Titanium Trials. They should have based that as a standpoint for health.
Yep.
Because
It's like
It felt really good.
yeah.
Titanium Trials was amazing.
I liked Iron Trials better just because I liked it with your base health being higher versus plates. Because so the way it worked, the way it worked was in Iron Trials you had a base of 250 health, and then you could get 150 plates. And Titanium Trials you had the 150 base because at that point they had already changed the base from 100 to 150. But they changed the 150 base, and then each plate was worth 75, I think. Whatever the math is to get it to 400. So they made the plates worth more. I liked it being base health more because it also made stems more powerful. But
I mean, Time Trials was fun because you knew that like if you were getting shot, you as soon as you were out of place, you knew that you had to then go back and recover because obviously you got drained otherwise.
And that also made it to where Gunny was more important. Like, Gunny actually mattered. You had to hit your freaking shots.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but like even if you have someone that has something like a UGM with 125 bullets in it, you need at least 60 of those bullets to hit at range. And the amount of people that I saw and they were just whiffing the shots, and I'm like, yeah, you're dead.
All right, let's move on to DMZ. I know Brass has not really gotten a chance to play this much, but me and Jamie have legitimately grinded the crap out of this game. DMZ, I don't know why it's good. I can't tell you. It's fun. It is so much fun.
We went from one tweet to, "This game is so stupid," to, "I like this game." Like, I don't know. Like, it was not very long at all.
Like,
it was...
I'll tell you, no. I'll tell you what the difference is. The first tweet, I was trying to play DMZ solo. The second tweet, I had a squad. Like, that's the difference. Like, you cannot play DMZ solo. I'm sorry to all the solo players out there. DMZ solo sucks. Don't try it. It's not like even J-Gob was like, this is dumb. Like, you cannot play DMZ solo. It will not work. The bots will overpower you 99% of the time.
Jesus, even in trios, we sometimes struggle with bots.
Yeah. Like, so, like, this is the thing. This is the whole thing about the bots. I'll explain. If you haven't played DMZ, let me explain the thing about the bots. So, there's 3 different levels of bots. There's the base bots that have no plates. They just have 100 health and you can fry them instantly. Then there's the second layer. Yeah. Then there's the second layer of bots that have basically the same health as a person in the game who has 3 plates. Not very, like, they're easy to kill, pretty fast time to kill. And then there's a third layer of bot where you basically have to put a whole SMG mag in them to kill them. Because they have like 500, 600, 700 health. That's what Warzone should be, by the way. And it is dumb. Like, it is hard to kill them. So, with the basic bots, normally you're not going to die to them. But when you run into 10 of them at one time, it can be difficult. You're going to die to the second layer of bots. Like, you're going to come up to a building where there's going to be 4 on the outside, 4 on the inside, and then there might be 3 off to the edge, maybe 50 meters away. Well, you start fighting them, you might get 2 or 3 of them down, you have to reload. Now you're surrounded. And if you don't have 3 plates because you start off that game mode with only 1 plate, or you run into one of the guys that actually has a shotgun because they have whatever what's the 725 in this game? I can't remember the name of the 725. But it's the same thing as the 725. Yeah, no. Yeah. If you don't have 3 plates, he's going to 2-burst you and you're dead. Like, you're just dead. From a bot. And you're just like, a bot just killed me. Yes, a bot just killed you. Welcome to it. It kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. It's a horrible feeling to know that a bot killed you. But it is, like... It happens to me all the time. Like, it can be difficult, but it is fun. Like, DMZ, if you actually try and do the missions, that's the thing. Like, take the time. If you do the missions, it's going to teach you how to play the game. And it's fun. Like, it's a lot of fun. Jamie, what you got on that one?
I mean, for the casual style and just chilling out, playing with your friends and whatnot like that, even with the PvP aspect of it, it's fun.
The PvP aspect throws a whole nother wrench in the game too.
Like no matter where you go or anything like that, you've constantly got to keep the eyes in the back of your head open.
Yeah. And I've heard a lot of people say like, "Oh, it's good for the casual." That mode can get sweaty.
Yeah, it can.
Against the bots, it can get sweaty. Like, I had me, who I'm a pretty decent gamer, Jamie, who's one of the best Call of Duty players that I know, and then Shadows. That's what y'all been watching all this entire time, by the way. This was me, Jamie, and Shadows playing DMZ for legitimately like 10 hours yesterday. And
These people don't sleep.
yeah, no, we literally didn't sleep. But
I'm built different. What do you mean?
But then we had Shadows, who's also like, I played a lot of Apex with Shadows. Shadows is a master level Apex player. And so, and we were struggling. Like, once we got on a roll, it was fun. We probably had like 17 or 18 exfils in a row where we didn't die. But then once you die, it takes about an hour to get back up. Like, you have to spend an entire, like, if you die the next drop in, you have to spend the entire next drop in not even really doing anything. You have to spend it getting all of your armor back, getting your backpack back. Because it's, for all three people to have a level 3 armor and level 3 backpack, it is 6, 12, 18. It's almost $20 or $200,000. Like, it is a lot, because each one is 30 grand.
And
Plus or minus a little bit.
Getting that kind of money in that game is kind of hard.
Yeah, you gotta do a lot of contracts to get that kind of money.
Either that or just blow up a safe where one person can get it, but
Yeah.
you can't always get to a safe.
But the two best ways to do it are safes and the nuclear one. Because you're gonna get a lot. You're guaranteed 20K from the nuclear one.
If you wait until you get to maybe about, I don't know, 10 minutes before exfil, so like 10 minutes, like the last 10 minutes of the game.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to that radioactive zone when everything's kind of like respawned and stuff like that, because stuff does respawn over time.
Yeah.
If you go into those areas, you can quite easily pick up like a 3-piece plate carrier and stuff like that. But it's just getting the stuff to go in there. I mean, it's easy to get like a couple of gas masks and stuff like that.
But you're gonna die quickly if you don't have the plates.
Like, you need to at least have a 2, which I think is still, is it 18K for a 2 plate carrier?
No, 2 plates only 7,000, I think.
Which
Like
is
the
still
medium. The medium backpack and the 2-plate carrier, they're not bad. Like, you can go in and get one of those, do a contract or 2, and everybody in your squad will have one. But
getting,
I have no idea. Sounds fun.
it's a lot of fun.
I actually plan on trying it this weekend. I just haven't had time.
But I would say if you want to run with us after, because I'm sure me and Jamie, that's probably what we're about to go do. Honestly, after we're done recording. But you need to go to bed because you got to go to work.
Yeah, I work in 5 hours.
Yeah, but
I'm extremely tired.
DMZ is 100% worth it. Like, even if like, I know a lot of people have a negative mindset of. I had a horrible mindset of it after we watched all the creators play it, because it was not fun. It was very, very boring.
That's a shit show.
But it was basically because none of them knew what they were doing. Like, again, I said the same thing. If they would have let them play for 2 hours, let them figure out kind of what was going on, and then played it, it would have been fantastic. That's basically what happened. It took us about an hour and a half to figure out what in the world was going on. Once we figured out what was going on, oh, it was fun. Just do the missions. It's fun. They're a blast. Like, it'll keep you busy. Like, it'll keep you very, very busy. Find some squads, find some friends. And it is a game that you don't have to have good, like, ridiculously good people. I suggest having at least one person who knows what's going on. Because that's me, Harmony, and Davis dropped in today. It was the first time Harmony and Davis had touched it, and then I was doing a couple of things. And as long as you have one person who kind of knows what's happening, it's a fun game mode. Just take the time, learn together, learn with each other, spend some time with some friends. It's a good team building exercise because you have to work together to do it. You can't do it by yourself. But All right, let's go
It's
into
gonna
the. Go.
It's
Let's
gonna
go
be a
ahead.
team
Sorry.
building exercise for us whenever you carry me through it. So
Yeah, you'll learn this weekend. We'll have, me and Jamie will carry you through. We'll have to get.
Yeah,
We'll get you. We'll get you.
I need to play it tonight so I can get my shit back ready for when Brass wants to run it.
Yeah, but no, we're 100% gonna run tonight because me and Shadows played a little bit earlier, and I got all of my tier 2s done. So
Yeah,
I'll help you. I'll help you finish your tier 2s, and then we can start working on our tier 3s, and then we can help Brass get him through tier 1s this weekend.
Yeah,
so.
help him a little bit.
Yep.
and I still need the
you and me can
M13.
farm. You and me can farm.
Bruh.
Oh man, that won't be hard.
Well, hey, load in with us right now, and I'll drop you the M13 and you can come out with it.
And you'll have it.
Yeah.
The M13's a beam, by the way. I was gonna mention
Literally
that.
5 minutes after this is all it's gonna take.
Yeah. But all right, let's go into metas of the minute real quick. Just our last segment, we always have to close with metas of the minute. Wow, I can't speak. It's always the last segment of our thing. We talk about what we think the meta of the current state of the game is. We're only 3 days, or not even 3 days. We're only a day and a half in at this point, so it's kind of hard to say a quote unquote meta. I'm gonna go ahead and call saying the M13 is gonna be in there. Like, it's a laser beam. It's the easiest thing to control. Like in a game where all of the guns,
the lock on 5.56, because that sucker is
like in a game where all the guns are ridiculously hard to control at longer range.
Compared to what we had.
Yes, compared to what we had, this is about what I'm not gonna say it was Vanguard levels of dummy easy to control, but it was original Modern Warfare levels of easy to control. Because it also does the biggest thing with everything else is the visual recoil. It doesn't have that much visual recoil. You can still see when you're shooting.
What?
And then of course for me, I mean, it's the Vaznek.
Oh,
the 9K.
For everybody, it should be the Vaznek.
Yeah, that thing's dumb. I haven't tried the MP5 yet. I won't try the MP5. I think it's gonna be good. You'll have to put the damage range barrel on it. 100%. I'm ready. I was actually gonna tweet at Sim probably tomorrow and see if they're gonna pull any stats anytime soon, or if we're just gonna have to go on the guesstimate bar. I'm hoping that they're gonna find a way to be able to incorporate tuning on their website.
Well,
that way we can.
I'm wondering about.
Like that's the only thing.
How are they
going to
get those values? Is my thought.
Like, I know they pull everything straight from the game, so in theory they should be able to pull how it works. I'm just wondering if they're actually going to be able to or not. I don't know. I'm hoping so.
Me too, because I'm a visual learner.
Yeah, I want to know what's actually going on, not some arbitrary slider and circle graph thing that the corners all move and it doesn't make sense at all. But what about y'all?
Just
what
a
do y'all
graph.
Look at this graph.
Look at this graph. I love the Vaznev. It's my favorite gun. All of the snipers, like literally all of the snipers, feel good. If they would one-shot headshot,
they would one-shot.
we would have a great. We would have a sniper meta.
I probably wouldn't touch controller again for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I would literally just snipe and click heads.
Yeah. Like all the snipers feel good, dude. The SPX feels good. The MCPR even feels good. I mean, and it's heavier. I mean, and like I don't mind what they did before, where they made some of the heavier ones. Those could one shot at any distance, and the other ones, can only do it up to here. I'm cool with that. Do that. Yeah. Do that again. Keep it. I'm fine. Just give me ones that'll do it, or even give me some that'll do it up to freaking 50 meters. I don't give a crap.
And it's like even today, I only played a couple of games of Warzone today, but like I had the SPX, and I got broken, and so I hard shot him with the SPX, and they had 3 plates, and I headshot him at about 10 meters, and it only broke 3 plates, and it didn't down him. I'm just like I should win that gunfight if I outplay you like that, and I quickscope you at 10 meters after you've broke me, especially how the time to kill is in this game. Like, I come around a corner, bang, in your head, and you should be dead. Like, it should snap your neck off. Like, I want to see the animation of your head flying across the fucking
It should do
map.
that at just about any distance. Like, look at the size of actual sniper round and the
especially
girth of that gun.
I want to see, because I've seen some clips of some people getting one-shot headshot today, and no one kind of knows what's going on. I'm wondering if it's the new gun. The new gun is a 50 cal.
Thickness.
Yes.
I don't know. So I've used it in Warzone.
I haven't unlocked it yet.
I think there's a certain way that you can probably build it and it can do it.
Or because the other thing I'm wondering about, because this is the other thing I want to test. They have. What is you can buy them.
It's
armor piercing
rounds.
Yeah, it's the same concept as what the broken things were at the beginning of Warzone last year. Stopping power. It's the same concept. They're designed to be the exact same thing. And so I'm wondering if they're putting the armor piercing rounds in it, and that's where you'll get one-shot headshot from.
I don't know.
I mean, we're not piercing no armor; it's the head.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, no, I know what you mean. But
it's one of those things where people start yelling about realism, and then they realize they don't actually want all realism. They just want the realism that they want.
We were just talking about this. Why I don't like Apex because I like a little bit of realism. It's not a real game. Like this is.
I want it to look real. I don't want it to be real.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you get hit with a sniper shot that's about that big,
your head's going off, bud.
Because
if you get hit in the head by a 22, there's a very good chance you're gonna die.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be putting like.
Oh, it's the worst if you get hit by a 22 up close, and it just gets stuck inside your skull and goes.
Yeah. Yeah. But like a 300 Winchester hits you in the head, you're dead. I'm sorry.
You're dead.
I'm just saying right now, good luck if you get hit in the head with a Lapua round. Good luck to you.
No.
But
because I will find one part of your brain at your feet, and I'll find another part all the way over in the other field.
I will say, everybody's talking about the TAC 56, the Lockman, the RPK, and all that. But dude, I was using just the M4 today, and it felt fantastic.
I saw somebody else on Twitter who said the M4.
Fantastic, dude.
Like I think the build was close to your build, Jamie. Like your CDL build.
Oh,
but they put it
one of my builds because
we have
Warzone builds.
The one that you gave me the last night when we were playing
my multiplayer build.
The one that does not move.
You think that one's a move? You should see the one that I've got for Warzone.
Well, he has a Warzone build that's.
They built one like that, but then they replaced something with the VOK, and apparently it's like
my long range one. My long range one's the exact same.
Yeah, we don't use a stock on it.
Yeah.
There's no stock. We use underbarrel, barrel, muzzle, VOK, and mag.
We'll have to try it out.
Dude, it's
nasty.
It's the guy. It's the guy. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I used the crap out of it.
I'm just saying right now, my M4 builds, all 3 of them, are the best M4 builds around.
They're fantastic. You know what I'm curious about the tuning? I'm curious about the tuning and why I would like Sim to get their stuff updated.
I want to see what it actually does.
What it actually does, and all of these people that are like, there's this broken attachment that you can do a high pressure round and it increases damage range.
Oh yeah, no, because you could literally make a shotgun have an infinite amount of one-shot ability by putting the pressure rounds on it and then maxing out the damage range.
Yes, I'm so confused by that because it's something that is a negative for damage range,
Yeah.
but then all of a sudden it's a. I just
Positive.
don't
Yeah. Like it's.
I don't understand.
That's why I want them to get their side up so bad, because I want to see what, like, okay, like if I'm adjusting between recoil control and aim down sight speed, how much am I actually hurting my recoil control when I add aim down sight speed, or how much am I actually hurting not just this arbitrary, like this point of a circle moves backwards 2 lines, like what the fuck does that even mean? Like, give me some real numbers. Like, we know they exist in the game. They have to code it. Like, because, real numbers exist.
And because you know that, just like in all the other games, there are some things that help one thing a lot and hurt one thing a little, or help one thing a little and hurt one thing a lot. So I mean, it's
kind of one of those. It's kind of one of those things. Like, if you're hurting me at 35% recoil control and I'm only getting an extra 20 milliseconds of ADS speed, that's not worth it.
There's no
but if I'm losing 5% of recoil control and gaining 30 or 40 milliseconds of ADS, okay, that might be worth it. Like, I need some numbers.
Which is why I don't use any barrels on the SPX.
Yeah. I understand. Like, I don't think my original build had a barrel on it either.
Because every single barrel on the SPX hurts damage range.
Yeah. Which makes no sense for a sniper. Like, why are you putting a barrel on something in a sniper there's damage range?
The only barrel worth using on the M16 is a stock barrel.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but on something like a sniper, like, I mean, the Signal 50 is just an ass sniper. I'm not going to listen to anyone that says that thing is good for long range, because it isn't. You can literally put a 29-inch barrel on the Signal 50 and still get a hit marker at 100 meters.
Yeah, I do
Figure
not.
that one. That sniper is ass. And I don't know.
I'm not a fan.
But
that thing is literally the Dragon of MW2. Literally.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough.
That's a take right there.
That's some serious slander right there.
But
if you compare anything or any person to a Dragunov, then you're talking rough on them.
Dude, I would take the EBR 14 or the SO 14 over the Signal 50 for long range kills, because those things hit harder than it.
Alright, we need to wrap up. I promised Brass we'd be done by 3 a.m. and it's currently 3:03, and that man needs to go to bed because I can see it in his eyes. He is literally dying on the inside. So...
I'm literally playing Shoot House right now, so I don't fall asleep on podcast. I'm literally sitting here finishing up gold on the XPX, so I can. Yeah.
We're gonna wrap it up. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm sorry this was so negative. I didn't mean for it to be negative because, again, we love this game. Like, this game has the potential. Like, it has the potential to outdo Warzone 1, which is really, really difficult. Because Warzone 1 is a top 3 video game of all time, and you will never convince me otherwise. But it has the potential to beat Warzone 1. It's just the mistakes are horrible. Like, it's not like this is all good, but then the bad parts of it make the game so bad that it's just like, just fix it and we're fine. Because we didn't even get to talk about, like, the loadout change. Like, that was something else I wanted to talk about, because
not really.
I have a really good feeling it's going to be reverted, if not by season 2, by season 3. I have a feeling they're going to be losing money.
Hot take, I don't hate it.
I think they're going to be losing too much money, because I think after about... I've already seen people commenting, like, why would I buy something if I can't use it? Because the casual community is having such a hard time getting their loadout that... Why buy blueprints if you can't...
people that are struggling for the loadout, it's easy, just get good.
I mean...
Skill issue?
It really is.
Y'all's favorite saying, skill issue. Like...
Yeah,
the casual community with skill.
Yeah, I learned that from Mr. Axe. So
So someone wants to sit there and bitch about something that's so easy. You go in, kill a few bots, defuse a bomb, blow it out. You
Yeah.
don't have to kill anyone. Like,
Or you have a free loadout, which honestly, there's so many of them, dude, and people are, well, I mean, it might change, but right now people are so dang scared to go get the free loadout. There's not normally a ton of people there.
I mean, I've only tried to get the free loadout one time, but I was getting shot from both. Like, so that's what's happening. People aren't going to get their loadout. People are just sitting there staring at it. And so when someone does go and try and get it, they're getting wiped. That's my issue with the free loadout. It's like
I haven't had issues with that, honestly.
The first time I tried to go get it, I was getting shot from both sides. Jeez. Anyway, sorry we got on another tangent. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please, if you have not already, make sure you... Yeah, it happens a lot. We had ADHD. Let's go! If you have not already, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to Minute Meta on YouTube. Make sure you give us a 5-star review on Spotify if you're watching it there. Subscribe to us also on Spotify. I think you can do that. I'm not 100% sure because I know you can like it. I think on Spotify and it basically subscribes. Yeah, you can follow it. But thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all are awesome. Y'all slay out and aim for greatness.